What is going on, everybody? This is OG55 live. This ain't OG52, OG37, OG28. This is OG55, often imitated, never duplicated. Don't settle for diet. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to OG55, man, the one and only. Mr. Webba is back on the live. How you doing, brother? What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing Webba, absolutely. I'm doing great, OG. Thank you so much for having me on today with the theme park conductor, yourself, and theme park wizard, Mr. Wizard. What's up, dude?
What's up, Webba?
There he is. There he is. All right, Mr. Webba, where can everybody find you on social media? And if you want to give everybody a little insight as to what you do here on OG55, the one and only.
Absolutely. So you can find me on pretty much all social media sites: TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, right? At Mr. Webba91. You can also find me right here on Orange Grove 55. And so what I do on here is, web shots, Webba Vision, right? And so pretty much, theme park discussions, why not, right? But I haven't been doing that lately. I will be coming back sometime in the near future for theme park discussions. So I'm very excited about that. And we actually just started up some new gaming stuff. Me and OG, we just put out a playthrough of Aladdin from the Super Nintendo, but it's from a game collection though. So we will be doing some video game playthroughs, which I'm really excited about. And I do appreciate OG55 for doing that. And we are trying to do some anime stuff on here. So look forward to that coming soon.
Absolutely. And we got the one, the only, Mr. Theme Park Wizard in the house. Mr. Wizard, how are you today, brother?
I'm fantasmic. How are you? I'm doing fantasmic, asmic, lasmic, and shacklastic. Okay. And you can find me on themeparkwizard.com. Follow me on YouTube. And you know what? Follow me on Instagram too. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that?
There you go. There we go. And you can find me right here on OG55, not OG26, not OG47, OG55.
How about OG97?
Yeah, no, we don't do 97 here. We do the one and only 55, Mr. Wizard. Conductor, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. I'm so glad to be hanging out with all three of you. It's such a blast. It's a great time being on Orange Grove 55, the one and only unique 55 Orange Grove. I love it. But like OG55 said, I'm theme park conductor. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at theme park conductor. You can find me on TikTok at theme park conductor 1. You can find me on X at theme conductor. You can also find me on Instagram at theme_park_conductor. And you can find me every Sunday, resuming this Sunday for a continuation of Conductor Sunday live stream, where we have amazing guests like the one and only Orange Go 55, Mr. Webba, Theme Park Wizard, Jared from Capture the Magic, Tommy Toon World, and so many others as we break down Universal, Disney news, HHN, the Halloween season, and the up-and-coming Christmas season, where we already know some classic characters are going to get in trouble with the peppermint schnapps. So that's going to be very interesting how that's going to go.
Absolutely. Big peppermint schnapps fan over here. You know what I'm saying? A big peppermint schnapps fan. We got Johnny Ace over here. Have these guys replace the Fast and Furious cast, we will get a movie with a lower budget. I don't know about a lower budget. I'm asking a lot, Johnny. I'm an expensive dude, man.
Yeah, I need about 100 million for my contract.
Absolutely.
Brand new money, brand new hundreds, got a bunch of zeros like a bag of new Funyuns.
There we go. Wizard's asking for a bag of new Funyuns, all those zeros. You know what I'm saying?
Please, I need some Funyuns in my life.
Let's do it. Let's get those zeros. So, Mr. Wizard, I want to break it down with you first. Stardust Racers. Actually, I think we got a great question actually from the one and only Mr. Remy D. Will Stardust open today?
Remy.
Still closed. Will it open today? What is the haps on Stardust Racers? Is it opening? What's going on?
Oh, yes. So Stardust should open today. They're cycling with team members at the moment, and hopefully towards dinner time or nighttime, it will open, and then should be open in the afternoons going forward. What happened was a lot of the staff got transferred or left because of the unexpected long closure. So they have to restaff the attraction. So it'll only be open in the later parts of the day for the first couple of weeks.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm happy to see it opening again. This whole situation has been really, really crazy. I will admit I have been nervous about this whole thing, not because I think Universal didn't do what they needed to do. I do trust Universal a whole lot. I do believe this ride is safe, but when you have the pylon, the people trying to get those checks, right? It's tough, man. It's tough to dig yourself out of that hole when there's all these people coming forward. It looks like we're kind of finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Is that kind of where we're at, Wizard? Like this might be coming to an end here a little bit. I mean, getting the attraction open and what
Yeah,
have you. Okay.
yeah, and they have some new guidelines here. If you're in a wheelchair, um, well, actually, no, I'm gonna what you and you have to be able to walk at least a few steps independently on your own to be able to get on the attraction. But also, that new guideline is for Monsters Unchained, Dragons Racer Rally, and Hagrid's and Velocicoaster, and probably every other coaster in the resort. So that's a new requirement for all the coasters. So you can't stand up independently and walk a few steps. You can't get on the ride.
And this is exactly what I was saying, which I think is a smart move on Universal's part. I've said this in a recent video where they need to make some change here. I know they technically they didn't have any wrongdoing, but at least as far as we know, but it doesn't look like they have, right? But you need to at least make changes for the optics, the public perception. Like, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's safe, but we're going to take that extra step and actually make sure that what, everyone is covered here. So that's a great move. Conductor, I know I think you did a show recently on this, right? If I'm not mistaken.
So I actually did a live stream with, I started out solo, and then Jared from Capture the Magic came on, and he kind of clarified some things. And one of the things that I'm happy about, just like you said, OG, is the fact that the attraction is going to be back open today. People were concerned because one of the comments coming out of the family, the lawyer they hired, Ben Crump, was the fact that he kind of feels that the investigation is not over with yet, that basically Universal is being very negligent and risking people's lives by opening this attraction back up, which I cannot disagree more about. The way I see it, just to sum it up from what me and Jared kind of talked about, was, when they had the other two accidents at the two Orlando parks that weren't Universal or Disney, and a guest happened to die, they had a meeting with Ron DeSantis. They had his team there, and they were addressing those situations. And one of the comments that came out of that press conference was the mere fact that they wanted to put more government oversight, not just on those independent parks, but also Universal and possibly Disney, but more on the Universal. So the one thing I did get clarification on is they had 4 separate teams of engineers look at this attraction from the very beginning to the very end. Every inch of track, every single ride vehicle was looked at. And the teams I'm talking about, you had a team from Universal Orlando, you had a team from Mack Rides, you had a team from Florida State, or the state of Florida, and you also had a third party. And the most important out of the 3, I would say, is the state of Florida. If they are coming out and saying, hey, Universal's good to go. There's nothing wrong with this attraction. There was nothing at fault. I think that basically crumbles, Ben Crump's case to keep the Stardust Racers closed.
Well, now,
Now,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'd actually say, well, the Florida's important, yes, because they live there.
Sure.
That's the thing. I feel like the most important out of those four is actually the mock rides, because they're the ones who designed the thing. So if they say it's okay, because they built it, so if they say it's okay, I feel like it
Sure.
certainly would be all right.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you on that. My only thing is with going with the state, because the state has been kind of iffy with just rides in general in Orlando after the 2 deaths in the past. So the fact that they signed off on something like this where Kevin lost his life,
Right.
is basically just giving the green light and crumbling Ben Crump's case.
Yeah. No,
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, no, I think Universal will be fine. I think for me the biggest concern was really the PR end of it, because it was dragging out, and I knew Universal does what it needs to do. I go to Universal almost every weekend now. I love Universal Hollywood.
I Robert Iger's in the chat. Don't say that.
Oh God.
I'm telling you, Mr. Bob, I am so sorry, Mr. Bob Iger, but yeah, I have been at Universal way more this year than Disney, but like I honestly believe that they didn't. As far as I can see, I don't think they had any fault in this.
No.
Were there maybe mishandlings with like a team member? I don't know. That's a little bit iffier, just because you're dealing with human error and stuff like that. But I think overall, I think Universal is fine. But the PR end of it was a little bit more challenging, because when you have person after person after person after person coming forward, and oh, this ride ain't safe. Oh, I had a headache that one time when I rode it. That's when you kind of get into the issues. But I think we're going to be fine. I think that they're opening their ride now. I think this is actually where I think things start to slow down a little bit. And Giant Peter says Hollywood Hills 64. Exactly. That's my new name. 100%.
Well,
100%.
what sucks is that this incident happened with the brand new park.
Yeah.
And optically that just doesn't look good, right? So I did read too that I guess Universal will be putting out even extra more in-depth kind of warnings and signage for like, hey, if you have this, do not ride. Right now, here's the thing. Ultimately, that's up to the guest, right? If Wizard has like 5 different conditions, he's in wheelchair with crutches, right, and he has to be like helped onto the ride, and then something happens to Wizard. I mean, but he was like, no, I'm good. Let me go on the ride. I mean, it's a gray area. Whose fault is that? Is that the theme park's liability, or is that Wizard's like, because he's like, I'm a free man. Let me get on this ride, and I want to ride it.
Well, see, you make a great point, Webba, because one of the things that Jared from Capture the Magic, when I interviewed him last night, one of the things he said to kind of counteract that is, obviously, let's say that, someone's in a wheelchair, or maybe a couple people are in a wheelchair, or you could just tell by looking at them that they have some type of handicap. And it's not being discriminatory. It's just how you see it.
Yeah.
Jared said what you could do is have kind of like a laminated list that the guests that have these handicaps can look at. And it's captured on one of the station cameras that shows the team member actually handing them this list with the conditions, the warnings, all that. So if they decide to even ignore that with all the other signage they're going to update on each attraction, then at that point, it's basically giving Universal, hey, you're not liable. They are choosing to ignore these rules, ignore these warnings, go on the attraction anyway, and there's clear footage.
Well, let me stop you there. As someone who has worked Forbidden Journey for here, because now that they updated the signage, it's saying you have to walk independently for a few steps. They now that it's on like the actual sign, those team members, like I had to do with many people on Forbidden Journey, will have to actively they won't be allowed to. If they can't do that, they can't ride the ride. Like I had to take many people off Forbidden Journey who they're restrained because they're too wide or they have different dimensions. They're restrained. One works out at we stopped the ride and took them off. So yeah, no one, if you can't do what's on the sign, you won't be able to even get on the attraction. Now that's what's going on. Yeah, you'll have to. They'll take you to the side, say, "Oops, sorry," and they'll explain. Like I had to. It's a very uncomfortable conversation, but I had to do it many times. And then we have to send them down the elevator or where they have to go. So yeah, make no mistakes. They will not be getting on the ride if they cannot walk independently because their team member will not allow them to. Now that it's on the sign.
So Wizard, if I was to try to get on Forbidden Journey and you were a team member, you probably would say, "Hey, dude, your hair is too tall. You can't get on this ride."
Exactly.
Bro.
No, exactly. What I do, I'd pull you to the test seat 3 times, like we did, and then the people that still try to ignore it, I'd stop the ride, pull you off again, put you and pull you into our team member hallway, and then explain to you that your hair's too damn tall and get out.
Gosh.
Get out of here. Get a haircut, buddy. Come on now. Go ahead.
Well, OJ, a haircut would be good. You just put you on Stardust Racers and it would chop off your hair, just like that. Now, Wizard, I want to ask you though, because I have a kind of concern here. Like, have you ever had to deal with guests who got like mad at you or upset because they
all got mad.
So yeah, so this is where I'm going with this is that if you have guests who cannot walk themselves a couple steps and then they can't ride, I mean, a lot of days now in the theme parks, a lot of people are entitled right now. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get their money's worth for sure, but people are going to be really upset if they can't ride an attraction. Like, I paid all this money to come here, I can't get on. What the heck, right? And I feel bad for the team members that are going to have to be dealing with this. Unfortunately, right? It's to keep them safe from being hurt.
Yeah, well, so then you can say thank Ben Crump because the sign's on there. Because then you'll have many more people who are upset if they said take down the ride, tear down the ride. Then you have many more people who are upset. No, you can't win. Again, like I said, so many people are upset about the child not being. It's like no perfect example of this: a child not being tall enough for something.
Right.
Same thing. It just applies to a different group of people. The parents are maybe upset that the child can't go on Guardians of the Galaxy because they're just too small and they try all these tricks but they can't go. Same thing here, just with an adult or with anybody. It just, if you can't walk, you can't walk. Well, that sucks, but you can't. Look what happened. You can't walk.
No, 100%. Well, we got Googam32 here. Googam, your profile pic looks delicious. Absolutely.
Yeah, you make me want to heat up my pizza now. Jeez.
Say Wizard's got pizza ready to go.
Yeah.
But Googam,
sorry, Jay, Wizard, you're not sharing with us? What the heck, dude?
No, you're too far away. You're in Minnesota.
Minnesota. No, sir. We are all Californians here.
Woke up looking for the broccoli.
There we go. Put some broccoli on that pizza.
Woke up looking for the broccoli.
There we go. Googam says, "What are you hoping to see from Iger's successor?" Personally, I'm hoping that they bring back in-house video game development and expand the domestic parks. So I hate to rain on your parade, Googam. I don't think the in-house thing is going to happen just because they spent $1.5 billion. I think that's an exact figure on Epic Games. So I don't know. I mean, they've invested in Epic Games. I think that's going to be the wheelhouse for their gaming stuff. But in terms of expanding the domestic parks, I completely agree with you. This was the thing, and I know a lot of people are going to get upset with me because they love Daddy Josh, but he's not my daddy. but this is the thing. I think they could go further with the park stuff. What do you think, Wizard?
Oh, of course. They can go further with the park stuff. They can take away my reservation system. They can there's actually many things they can do. And they can if they can work as on Avengers Campus that fast, they can hopefully start other things that fast. They can actually expand and not replace in Disney World. Many things they can do or just bring back some entertainment. My God, looks like we're getting a new show in the Fantasyland Theater. That's pretty cool. But utilize the theaters, bring back multiple parades per day. So many things they can do. But give us the dragon back in Phantasmic. Come on, Daddy Josh. I don't
Yeah.
have high hopes because I feel like he might have done it already, but you know.
There we go. What say you, conductor? What do you think? What do you want to see Bob Iger do? Like Bob Iger's successor do going forward? Is it like more park driven? Is it more studio driven? A little bit of both? Like, what do you want to see happen over there at Disney?
So I'm going to agree with Wizard on this. I want to see more park stuff. I kind of feel the international parks have been getting a lot of love, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think the domestic parks, especially Disneyland, just because they announced Disneyland Forward, and yeah, we're seeing construction of the Avengers Campus stuff. But that's only one thing they promised out of many things they promised. So personally for me, you know, seeing our beloved Disneyland get expanded, getting the infrastructure more up to date, which they're off to a great start with the entrance gates. Compared to the old system, they are a little bit better.
Mhm.
Would like to see as they expand the resort to kind of utilize the magic bands a lot more, get people more interested in that. And just one of the things we talked about on the live stream last night with Jared was that, because AI is getting into a lot of things and it's only becoming more and more I wouldn't use the word stable, but just more and more usable. Maybe they can somehow use the AI feature to kind of predict when attractions need to be maintained, go down for maintenance, and stuff like that. So it keeps them running a lot better than what they are doing. And don't get me wrong, from the early 2000s to now, the attractions are running better. So, by all means, it's a lot better. But I told Jared last night, I can clearly see probably in the next between 10 to 20 years, we're really going to see AI evolve in the parks. And I'm not just talking Disney, I'm talking Universal, I'm talking a lot of theme parks.
Well, that's a great point. That's a great point. I can see AI being utilized for a lot of stuff. I can see AI being utilized for animatronics. That would be kind of interesting to have animatronics. I can see there are a lot of AI obviously in the design process, right? Like when they're creating these attractions. But Wizard, what do you think in terms of AI? Because I don't think I've ever had an AI conversation with you, Wizard. What do you think in terms of the parks? We can see some AI stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if they use it, it'll be a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't see. That'll just make the processes more efficient for them. I'm not sure how people would feel about AI in the parks, like an AI like Stan Lee Comic Con type of situation going on there. I don't think they like that, but I do think for efficiency reasons behind the scenes, it could I'm sure they'll use it, and maybe already are using it for different things, or maybe they'll have like a AI chat button that Disneyland or Universal apps if you need help with something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And James Gorgie here says this is kind of interesting. Do you like The Simpsons? There's going to be a Simpsons movie sequel coming in 2027. Here's the thing with The Simpsons.
I will be seated.
He's got Wizard has his ticket. He will.
I bought my ticket already.
There you go.
There he is. I'm not a huge I'm personally more of a Family Guy kind of guy. I like Family Guy. Yeah, I love Family Guy, but because Peter Griffin is
Oh my God, I'm really that guy.
He's that guy.
Yeah, bitch, I'm outside.
But no, I love Family Guy. But I think this movie will do very well. Honestly, Simpsons still to this day brings in the numbers with the streaming services. So
See, that again, and I'm going to refer back to my conversation with Jared. One of the things because someone posted almost the ideal comment. It's interesting to me that Disney's been talking about and hinting around they want to incorporate the Simpsons into their parks somehow. And the fact that Universal out here on the West Coast and the East Coast are losing their Simpsons lands by 2028. And then
maybe.
Oh, interesting.
I personally, here's what I think. I think because of Wizard covering and doing an exceptional job on the permits and looking at different photos and markings on the ground, I honestly do believe I'm like 95% sure that at least our Simpsons will be going away.
Oh
And
yes, ours, I'm sure, but I don't know about Florida's.
Florida is going to be a little more tricky because theirs is obviously a bigger footprint. So I don't know if they're going to try to strike a deal with Disney to maybe extend the contract or what they're going to do. But personally, for me, if I was Brian Roberts and I had to give up an IP like that, would I really want to pay my competitor more money? Why would I want to do that?
It's
Well,
tough.
no, it may not be Brian. Like, it seems like Disney had those surveys about the Simpsons stuff at Walt Disney World, right? And
Sure.
I don't think they went too well. So I think Disney wants to make a contract extension with Universal, at least for Orlando, because it's already there. And then they can also promote their, because Disney gets a cut of the sales. Simpsons sells a lot of merch, and especially the food, the giant donuts and stuff. So
They do.
Universal's raking in the money, Disney takes in some. So I think it seems like they want to do a contract extension for what I've heard about at least 2 years, at least 2030. And I've heard it might be signed in December of this year
Yeah.
for that contract, and for Florida at least till 2030. Because that would also help them promote the new movie. Some fans will have somewhere to go. And
Sure.
they're just like with the Marvel thing, they seem to be making a lot of both companies seem to make a lot of money off that one. So I think for Florida, it might stay around a little bit longer, especially because the thing that's supposed to replace it, Pokemon, is supposed to go to Lost Continent now. So, but I think that extension might be for Florida. For here, though, I don't think our building can take it, so I think it will be going away here. But Florida, I wouldn't be too sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So Hollywood is more of, not, I wouldn't say given, but more likely, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like,
more likely. Yeah, simply because
Interesting.
our the hill and the building are just so old and
Yeah.
sliding and cracking.
Yeah. Ever since you told me that, I've been really hesitant to ride that. I know it's safe, but I'm like, I don't know.
You know, but I get it's like a mental thing. Like, wait a second.
Yes, 100%. We got Scream Park Casual in the house. We love Danny over there at
Park
Theme.
Casual.
There we go. Scream Park Casual. Really good dude. Theme Park Casual on YouTube. Make sure everybody subscribe to Theme Park Casual. He does a lot of great in-park vlogging and what have you. Can't hang, but wants to say hi and drop a like. Appreciate you, Danny. You're awesome, man. You're awesome. And we got a couple super chats here from Mr. Lucas Kim. Lucas with a
Oh, that's who that is? Okay,
that's who that is right there. Lucas Kim. A $20 super chat. I disagree with you all on an AI interaction. It should never be a thing for Walt Disney or any other dead person. Imagine someone who will use that and apply politically. Stealing art of Tony Baxter should never happen. No, I mean,
now for Lucas, oh no, he said it because you said you all. I want to say when AI interaction, what I was saying is some behind the scenes stuff, or like I said, a chat bot. I didn't say it would be. Like I said, said I don't think there would be a Stan Lee Comic-Con thing over there at a Disney park. So like you'll not be talking to Walt Disney. That's not what I'm saying about AI. I think more like I said, back of house stuff is what I was saying. I think that's what everyone else was saying too, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
No, you're right, Wizard. I'm saying the same thing. I think AI is an amazing tool, but I think it's a slippery slope as well. So I think there's great benefits to using AI, maybe in the creative process or for certain things. But I agree with you, Lucas. I don't think they should be trying to recreate Walt Disney via AI. I think that's a horrible idea. Oh, Conductor, you have something to say, brother?
No, I was just going to agree with Wizard and everybody. If they would incorporate AI into the parks, like Wizard's saying, it's more back of the house to help the infrastructure of these parks run a lot smoother for the guest experience. That's all we were trying to get at. It's not like Wizard was saying. It's not like we're going to walk in the Avengers campus and see Stan Lee in a hologram there. That would be kind of weird.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Brandon Smith here says, yeah, just like the AI Stan Lee at Comic-Con that wasn't endorsed by Disney Marvel, it should never happen for employee character interactions. I completely agree. Now, Lucas Kim followed up with another super chat, $5. Thank you so much, Lucas. There's already official Lorcana Epcot artists selling AI art at conventions and Epcot, and they got banned. It's unethical. Yeah. No, AI, I mean, Lucas, I mean, AI is a big issue. And this is one of the reasons why I'm really concerned about the Disney CEO race, because we have an AI thing coming in here, and it's going to change the landscape, probably more so for the studio side than for the park side.
Sure.
But it really does worry me. It really does. So we'll kind of see how that whole thing goes. But it's a scary time.
Speaking of the AI, I remember Disney used AI in the credits for Secret Invasion, and people noticed. People called that out right away.
Yeah, exactly. And they also used AI, I believe, in the Haunted Mansion Madame Leota gift shop, like a little while ago.
Oh
too.
yes, that that was
that?
and that was interesting. Yeah, it was no good.
No bueno. But we got Mr. Seymour Duck. He gifted 2. We got 1 OG55 membership and another one right here. Thank you, Mr. Seymour Duck. Everybody at home, I want to say, I know it's pretty new. We made the announcement yesterday, but Mr. Seymour Duck has his own show here on OG55 called The Duck Pond. He talks about Japanese culture, anime, corporate stuff, you know, a whole lot of stuff that a lot of people aren't really diving into. Mr. Duck will dive into it at the Duck Pond. So check it out. We actually have a first episode.
How about Doug? How about Donald Duck? Is he talking about Donald Duck on that channel?
There we go. Hey, we can do a deep dive into Donald.
Well, actually, speaking of AI, first video we did, guys, with Mr. Seymour Duck, it actually talks about AI and all the VTuber stuff. So go check it out.
100%. That video will drop on Monday. Make sure you check it out. It's a great conversation. The VTuber thing, I think, is really the direction I think a lot of content creators are going to go in, because it's faceless. They don't have to deal with like the drama necessarily, but they can still make content. So yeah, the VTube thing is a big deal. But Kevin Theme Park Adventure here says, "How are you, Theme Park Wizard?" So how are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
You're fantastic. You'd probably be doing better if you could heat up your pizza, huh?
Oh yes, it's coming. We're gonna have a debut of the pepperoni pizza from West Hills Pizza Company very soon.
Hey, Wizard, I need to get some pizza, put it in an envelope, and then mail it to me. Okay, overnight.
Well, then I need you to give me some early access on that Legoland Galactic Coaster. Okay.
Oh man.
That special access. We got Girl Power Coaster here. Says, I'm going to Universal Hollywood next Saturday.
You'll see OG there. He's there every day. I'm
there every day. You'll see me. I'm shilling for Brian Roberts now. You know what I'm saying? Disney who? Disney who? I don't know her. I only know Universal now.
There you go.
But I got Lucas Kim here. If Disney, who is 100 years famous for drawing, hand-drawn, and animation, why are they applying AI art? That should never happen. It's animation company before a theme park. It's an embarrassment. Yeah, no, Lucas, I agree with you on that. And I've been saying this for a long time. Disney is not a theme park company. The entire company, the entire IP wheelhouse is run and fueled by the studio. You don't have anything to put in your theme parks if the studio isn't making IP, isn't making content. You know what I'm saying? So I agree on that. I don't want to see a bunch of animated movies made by AI. You know, I want to see real people animating. I want to protect our creatives. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, here's the thing. With the advancement of technology, there's always going to be some job losses, right? I mean, even when we were doing hand-drawn animation, like into the Beauty and the Beast era and the Aladdin era, we did lose a lot of ink and paint people because a lot of computers were doing that stuff. So there's always going to be some job loss here. But I think AI, if we went full bore AI, that would decimate the creative industry, and we just can't have it. You know, we just can't have it. But what say you, Conductor? What do you think? Are you a big animation guy, Conductor? I'd never talked to you about that.
So I actually am. You know, when I was a kid, I loved, and even, you know, from time and time again, I'll go on YouTube, because YouTube's just a great place to look for old school animation cartoons. I love that type of stuff. I love the old school stuff. Even like you were saying earlier about, you know, with the Simpsons and Family Guy, you know, because people will ask me all the time, they're like, you know, do you like a Family Guy? Do you like American Dad? Do you like Bugs Bunny? Do you like, you know, certain cartoons? I'm like, I like the original stuff. So like Family Guy, the first like season, like the first season through, I think it's like 6. And then after that, it kind of starts getting a little too weird. It starts getting political. It starts getting kind of off base. But personally, for me, I actually do like the old school animation cartoons, and I've always been part of that. And that's one thing I can fully respect on the part of every time I go into Disneyland, and I mean every time I go into Disneyland, I always stop at the Disneyana store, the museum, and see these animators draw and see their drawings on the wall where you can actually purchase them. And I respect that. Whether I go in there to purchase something or not, just going in there and seeing the you know, seeing the talent,
Yeah.
you know, is absolutely incredible.
Can they draw a wizard of Pisa? I don't know.
Maybe it's possible.
Yeah. Come
It's
on, conductor.
Hey,
There it-
hey, you're the wizard. You're supposed to be able to wave your wand and a pizza shows up.
But I wanna draw it. I want a hand drawn pizza to eat.
There you go. Hand drawn specifically,
Yeah.
not CGI.
Wand right there. Come on.
Wizard only wants the best. He needs a hand drawn pizza. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Only the best. We got Ashish Jha, and I do apologize if I mispronounce your name. What's this channel about? Well, I appreciate you joining. This channel is about, we talk about theme parks, we talk about studio, we talk about streaming, entertainment in general, but mostly theme parks here at OG55. I appreciate you joining us, Jha. We appreciate you joining us. And Lucas here says, as someone who attended the Academy of Art University at San Francisco, these artists who majored in animation are always chosen by Disney and Pixar, 1 out of 1,000 candidates. Are they short on workers? I don't know. I don't really know. I can't really answer that. I mean, I think that, you know.
Well, they don't want to pay them.
Well, yeah, that too. That too. Hire them, Disney. They're hungry. There you go. There you go.
I will.
And then,
Sorry, OG, real quick. I just want to say, I love 2D animation, regardless of what kind of company it comes from. But I think 2D animation has that special quality to it. You know, there's something about it that's just very like magical, right? Especially with like fairy tale films. And I wish we would kind of get back to that. But
I agree. I agree, Webba. I think there's something about an animator with a pencil and a paper animating each frame. You know what I'm saying? I think, and it sounds so cheesy, and I hate to sound cheesy. I hate cheesy stuff, but it is more. There's more soul to it. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I'm animating right now.
You animate me. Get my hair right, wizard, please.
There you go.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
there
nice
you go.
tall 2D hair right there, man.
Yes, we need tall 2D hair, please. There we go. There we go. But Sean Narani here says AI is coming whether we like it or not. Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well,
That's why we
and,
need. Go ahead.
sorry, G. No, I was gonna say, and that's been the whole issue, right? Is that we've had a hard time, like, you know, we just had the SAG-AFTRA strike, right? The writer's strike, right? And a lot of it was a big part of it was the holdup was the AI issue. That's where they didn't. That's where they were having issues at towards the end of coming to an agreement with the whole thing on AI, because the hard part, AI is ever evolving, right? And it's evolving fast. So it's like, what do you do? Like as companies, or even like, you know, well, lawmakers, like how do you prevent this technology that could take over music, animation, right? Everything in the entertainment industry. How do you prevent that from happening and keep people and stop it to where people aren't losing their jobs? But it sounds like it's eventually going to happen in some capacity, you know? And it's like, what do you do? I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's going to be job losses. Every time there's a new advancement in technology, there will absolutely be job losses. It's just a matter of how much. And it also, to be fair, there will be job losses, but there will also be some jobs created. So we'll kind of see how that whole thing kind of shakes out. You know what I'm saying? But a storybook here says the channel is about being awesome people, talking about theme parks, and sprinkling life stuff to make it fun. 100% storybook, 100%. That's why, you know, you can't duplicate this. Like the great people we have here on OG55 is amazing, and you know, you could talk about theme parks, but with these guys, you can't beat it. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So Storybook, I want to thank you. And
That's
that is
OG.
that is exactly, dude.
That's
That
Dude.
is
I love
That's
that.
my hand-drawn animation right
Wait,
there.
wait, Wizard Horse, like, does OG not have arms? OG, do you have arms, dude?
No,
I
no,
don't.
but he's hiding behind his back.
I got it behind my back. Dude, I'm gonna start. Hey, does the 9 old men have room for a 10th guy?
That's right.
That's
I'm
awesome.
coming. I'm gonna give this to you tomorrow.
There we go. There we go. Oh, by the way, Wizard and OG, we're gonna be doing a first ever OG55 bar chat. We're gonna be on location talking theme parks, a lot of Universal stuff with Mr. Theme Park Wizard. So check that out. It'll be up on the channel tomorrow night. We got
And we'll have mini OG joining us too.
and mini OG will be there with the hair, the 2D hair, and everything. You know.
OG, you know what you gotta do, Wizard? Cut it out and then put it like on a popsicle stick, and then when OG's is talking, on the
That's good.
I love it. I love it. You know what? You're giving me ideas, Webba. Hey, and actually, I do want to take a serious moment right now to give a big shout out to Mr. Webba, because Mr. Webba, he's not on camera a whole lot, but he is massive behind the scenes here at OG.
But he's a producer. He's an producer. He's an executive producer. Some might say he's the CFO.
No, exactly. He is a man of many jobs. Yeah, you're right. He's the chief creative officer, the chief financial officer, the producer, the director.
Perfect.
He is the man. Everything that happens here is from Mr. Weber. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he has a big paycheck coming this month.
Oh, man.
Wait, what? Okay, Mr. C. Yeah, I know. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Can you make that happen? Okay, cool. On its way. We got Mr. Seymour Duck here with a $10 super chat. You see this as protecting their valuable IP and the integrity of human created content, or is it a sign? Oh, wait, you know what, Mr. Duck? I do apologize. I believe. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. There's a part 1 and a part 2. Mr. Duck, you are very gracious. We do appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the $15 super chat between the two of these. Nintendo is apparently lobbying the Japanese government to push back against generative AI. Panel, what are your thoughts on this move? And then it says here that you sees this as protecting their valuable IP and the integrity of human created content, or is it a sign of a major publisher attempting to stifle innovation in the game and entertainment industry? No, I think I support this. I think that what they're doing here at Nintendo is the right move. I think if we let AI run amok, basically, I think this is going to decimate Hollywood. It'll decimate the video game industry. It'll decimate a lot of industries. I mean, even little things like even customer service jobs. I mean, it can decimate even like when you call for your cell phone bill and all that. I mean, AI can even decimate that. So there has to be some kind of pullback on this. You can't let this thing run crazy, but you know.
No, I agree. I 100% support Nintendo of Japan doing this because I mean, look, Nintendo is a very they have quality products, right? And they are very much about we have integrity and we're going to keep our people, employed and working on these characters, these stories, this music, right? The visuals. And like, all that comes from the hardworking people who come together to create these games, right? The product that since we've all loved since like the 80s, right? So I mean, I 100% support Nintendo. I think other companies, especially here, should also do the same thing.
Yeah. No. Well said. Well said.
Completely agree.
There we go.
Support human-made art.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Storybook. Support human-made art. Yes, 100%. There is something to be said about a human being taking their life experience and putting that into art. It hits differently than an AI thing. You know what I'm saying? Arlene here says, essentially for us artists that work so extremely hard to get our art out there, we need to make sure AI doesn't take our jobs. Arlene, I did not know that you are an artist, but thank you for all the amazing work that you do. And yes, I agree with you. And I think we all do. 100%.
Now, question, OG. I have a question for the panel and to Arlene, right? So for the artists out there, are you okay with using AI in terms of getting like inspiration, right? Like if you're like, okay, I'm trying to think of a place that I want to create like a dark type of dungeon, but I'm not really like sure what I want to have in there. Let me pull up something to see what AI can kind of pick out, and I might pick out a style I might like, and then come up with my creations what I want to put for this story, right?
I-
Do you guys support that, or what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I think AI should be utilized to accent the creative process, not be the creative process, if that makes
Right.
sense,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
I'm okay with utilizing AI. AI is a very cool tool. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I would be lying if I said I didn't use AI for my
Oh, I
thoughts.
use AI. I use it
Yeah,
all the
no.
Yeah.
time, but I only use Chat GPT for like words. I don't do art AI. I do word AI.
Oh yeah, no,
no.
well,
Yeah.
Wizards, just to put it out there. Sorry, OG, to put it out there. So all my intros and outro, there's only one intro where it is AI art generated, but the
Mhm.
we got Fiverr guy to do the effect. But all my other intros and outros are are AI images that I kind of edited, and then all my
Mhm.
music is also AI. So yeah, AI, but I still use it, like it, but I'm not a professional. I'm just like, hey, this looks cool. I try to get some like what, because I'm not like a visionary. I'm like, hey, what do I want? Oh, that's cool. Let me get it and put it up.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I have visions, but I can't make those visions a reality.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, no, but I love. I mean, that was an awesome drawing, Mr. Wizard. I will put that on a shirt. We will be selling that.
Oh,
in a minute.
good. That'd be fantastic.
You'll get your cut, brother. You get your cut on that.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
But here's the thing. I full disclosure, I do use AI for my thumbnails, but I never paid anybody to do my thumbnails in the first place. So I was always doing my own thumbnails anyway. So there was no job loss there. But when it comes to like certain things, I always try to go through like a Fiverr.com or stuff like that where, I'm actually paying a real person. So yeah, it's for me, it's a kind of a mixed bag. I'll utilize it in some degrees. I make so much content, I can't realistically pay a person every time I want to do a thumbnail.
Yeah.
But with bigger projects, I always go to like a human being. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
David here says, great show. Any attraction design and architecture concerns? My past were 360 Marvels. Now not as often. Radiator backside bad. Avengers bad. Cosmic Rewind bad. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a loaded question. Avengers Campus isn't the greatest looking. Hopefully these new additions kind of like, flesh that out a little bit, make it look a little cooler. Actually, it's kind of funny though, in terms of like architecture and like vibing, I feel like Galaxy's Edge, even though it's like not great with like, kinetic energy, I feel like Galaxy's Edge as a land, the architecture, as you call it, David, is perfect. I love the rock work and all that stuff. So yeah. But Mr. Wizard, what are your thoughts on any kind of concerns, attraction design out there right now? Or
Well, I think you mentioned Avengers. The Avengers Campus um original one, I would say it is the 360-degree themed, even if it's not like the greatest. It's still themed front to back, which is good. And I'm sure these new buildings hopefully will be themed front to back too. So Radiant Springs Racers it's not 3D on the back side, which it's okay. But I do wish you mentioned Garlic Galaxy's Edge is such a beautiful land. I do wish that was 360-degree theme. The fact that when you come up the Mickey and Friends ramp parking ramp, you can see the steel supports of the rockwork facing into Galaxy's. And I feel like hopefully one day they'll go back and fix it, because it's not a lot, but they can. I feel like it won't take too long to fully theme the rockwork there. So it's like you come in and there's not just all that steel behind you. But I think it's for the most part, you know, it's not that bad. I know for the Disneyland Forward, one of the requirements is 360-degree theming. So
Okay.
I think there'll be some good stuff when they expanded the parking lots over there.
yeah, no, 100%. And we'll see what we kind of get with Pandora too, right? With DCA.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a little 360 action in
Yeah.
there,
And I'm sure with Coco, maybe hopefully they'll do the same thing.
For sure.
Yeah, well said.
Because I kind of feel like what Wizard's talking about with Galaxy's Edge on the backside coming in.
Yeah.
Structure. I kind of feel that with Super Nintendo World at Universal.
Yeah. Because you can see the same thing with the steel. Yeah. You can still,
Yeah.
even just come down the escalator, you can see like the steel things. I'm like, oh man, yeah.
Well, Wizard, that's the hard part though, right? Is because I look at Universal and I'm like, okay, this is a Hollywood studio, right? So it's kind of conflicting because like on two hands, I'm like, this is a Hollywood studio, so I'm kind of okay with it, but at the same time, they're trying to transition to like a full like blown theme park. So they're like in this really weird, like kind of in between theme right now, right? Like when you're in Nintendo, you can see the Comcast building, right? I know that's OG's biggest
Yeah.
complaint
Now,
over this Comcast
that
building.
that one, that's something that was already there. But
Yeah.
for the steel part, that one's particularly frustrating because the other two Nintendo worlds are 360-degree themed. Like they don't have
Yeah.
that. They
No.
have mountains on the other side, and it wasn't actually steel; it was concrete. So there was a totally different way they constructed it. So they could have done the same thing here, but to save some money, they did the other way. So it's something that was totally unavoidable, and I think it would have been much better to do. You know.
No, I completely agree. We got maybe in the house. AI sucks because it made me realize how stupid I am. I fall for everything, so I just assume everything is AI now. Like Taylor Swift's new album got to be AI. Drake's Ghostwriter AI. No, I'm with you on that. Maybe 100%. By the way, OG55 experience, not AI. That's a real experience right there.
That's dope.
No. But I'm with you on that. Every time I'm scrolling through like Instagram and stuff, everything I see is like, oh, is that really Tupac or is that like some AI shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do want to respond to Lucas's comment here. It looks like he responded to maybe. He says people don't Google or read encyclopedia anymore because of ChatGPT and Grok. Now, two parts. One, I don't think I've ever read an encyclopedia. Way before AI occurred because people were Googling things, even when I was like a kid. So I don't know about the encyclopedia thing. But two, I do use ChatGPT. I Google stuff too, but I also use ChatGPT because they give me a more in-depth answer to what Google does. When Google, I have to Google something and then I click on it, and then all these options pop up. But ChatGPT gives me like an exact step-by-step plan. Like if I want, like my wife Liz does it for meal plans and things like that. But not Google can't really give you all that. So I think they have different purposes. You know, ChatGPT uses Google to, find stuff like articles or something. But like in terms of like, workout plans or meal plans, I feel like that's a good ChatGPT thing. Or like construction markers. When I find them at Universal, I take a picture and send it to ChatGPT. What does this mean? And it tells me exactly a thing and what could be coming next. Whereas Google, I'd have to click on 5 different things to get the same answer that ChatGPT would give me in about a second. But I do use Google for different things like certain websites and stuff. So I feel like they still have their two different purposes, and I think it's totally okay to use both.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you bring that up because we kind of there was a thing about video games earlier, right? About being in house, and I was actually looking up, was it Disney Interactive Studios when Disney used to have their own in-house studio, right? And which later became Buena Vista Games. And anytime I go on Google and I do a search, the first thing that comes up is a AI overview, and it gives me like
that's their thing,
so that's like a whole thing where now it's like it's summarizing all this information that's on the website, like it's in the web already.
Oh, and also, to to Luke's old comment, thanks to ChatGPT, that helped me build my whole website, themeparkwizard.com. So it's
There you
something
go.
it would have taken like 3 times as long if I would just use Google. So shout out to ChatGPT, and it helped me build my discussion forums. So it definitely has some good qualities too.
Yeah, no, AI is a great tool. It just can't be abused, right?
Like with everything. I don't overuse anything.
Yeah. No, well said. Well said. We're gonna close it out, gentlemen. But before we do, I want to share this amazing website, CTM.
Oh yeah.
There he is. Wizard's excited. Wizard is excited. If you this website down below, you can buy a nerdy shirt. Promo code OG55 for 10% off. So make sure
wait a second. It should be 55% off.
Oh, you're right. It should be 55% off. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Now, everyone on this panel, we're all hot and thick, right? We're all hot and thick. So, hey, you know what? We like hot and thick. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about steaks, hot and thick tomahawk steaks. You have got to want to go to this LA food festival. Links, I mean, not links, but the info over here at Mimi Fan on Instagram. You can also find her on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and follow Mimi Fan for all the hot and thick Steaks. Absolutely. Mr. Wizard, I will start with you, my good friend. Where can everybody? Oh, look at he gets it. The chicken skin. Absolutely.
yeah,
Brandon
man.
Smith knows. He knows what's going on, Wizard. Where can everybody find you on social media, my friend?
You can find me on Theme Park Wizard on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and more. We have a video coming out at 3 p.m. Pacific time. It is a Courtyard Marriott review. They hosted us last weekend, and now you can go see what it's all about. It's newly renovated. Go check it out at 3 p.m. on Theme Park Wizard. And check out my website, my discussion forums, and book your travels with me.
There he is. There he is. And no one's hotter and no one's thicker than Mr. Webber. Mr. Hot and Thick himself.
Yes, he even has those hot and thick headphones on his hot and thick face.
Woo. Oh, absolutely. You know,
It's making me sweat.
Mr. Webber, where can everybody find you and your thickness on social media, sir?
Yes, you can find me and my thickness on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and also TikTok. I don't use it, but I'm there. And you can also find me here on Orange Grove 55, and we will be coming back to do more theme park stuff, SeaWorld, Universal, Legoland, Merlin. We will be talking about all that good stuff coming soon. We also have more video game content coming to you guys soon and some anime stuff. So look forward to that.
There we go. Mr. Chu. There he is. Where can everybody find you, conductor? Where can they subscribe to you, sir?
Absolutely. And again, I want to give a shout out to our amazing host, Orange Grove 55, and these lovely gentlemen, Mr. Webber and the one and only Theme Park Wizard, where he kindly does that choo-choo noise for me anytime he's on with me. So shout out to all these gentlemen. But like OG55 said, I'm Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on Instagram at theme_park_conductor. You can also find me on X at Theme Conductor. You can find me on TikTok at Theme Park Conductor 1. And resuming this Sunday, so tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will resume Conductor Sunday live stream, where we talk everything about Universal, Disney, HHN, the Halloween season, and the up-and-coming Christmas season. And we use Theme Park Wizard as a headliner for all his construction updates and Universal and Disney. So it's a fun time. It's a blast. We have a great time talking all about these theme parks, and I cannot wait to be in Orlando 6 months from now with Orange Go 55, George the Disney Italiano, Tommy Toon World, Jared from Capture the Magic, and Slimer. Hopefully, Wizard, you can make it. I hope.
Yes, I hope so.
It'll be an absolute blast. It's going to be my very first time being at the Orlando parks, and I cannot wait.
Now,
You know what Orlando has?
what?
Trains.
Oh,
No, I have to get a train cap and maybe steer
Yes.
those bad boys.
But you know what theme park conductor loves?
Uh-oh.
The caboose.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
I'm guilty.
He loves a hot and thick caboose. Conductor, Wizard, Mr. Webb, I want to thank you all so much for watching. OG55. It's not OG26. It's not OG29. It's not OG37. It is OG55, the one, the only, except no imitations. Here's me.
Thank you so much for watching OG55. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and become a member today.